Good morning, traders, and happy Friday. Welcome to the showdown. If you guys are brand new, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post these videos every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So, welcome back. In this show, we do live trading. I have your favorite guest, FxBigDog, join us, and we're going to take a look at 5 pairs, analyze the market, and go ahead and throw some live trades. So, if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and start right after this. All right, welcome back. There it is. There's Big Dog. Good morning, Big Dog. How you doing? Happy Friday.
Good morning, Cameron. Your stream looks like it's a little blur and laggy. I don't know what it is. You might need to check your connection there. Check your
It
quality.
looks good on my end for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, it looks fine on my end. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, let's get the audience to go ahead and post. Does Cameron look a little blurry today, or do I look a little blurry today in our stream? Go ahead and let us know so we can go ahead and make that adjustment. We don't want you guys to watch that too much with not the quality that we would like to go. Let's see what you got, says Gary. Gary says, let's see what you got. All right, Gary, you bet, buddy. You bet. We're going to knock it out of the park today. Good afternoon and good morning, good evening, traders, and welcome to the show. Thank you, Cameron, for inviting me back here on a Friday as we go ahead and battle it out. There's clearly a lot of good stuff that we've got to go ahead and take a look at. There we go, Cameron. You see, Cameron is blurry. You definitely are blurry, my friend. Hey, go ahead, Cameron. Do me a favor. Go ahead and check your settings and make sure you're on HD quality. Go ahead and click settings below and make sure you're on HD. All right, perfect. All right, traders. Well, this is we're going to go ahead and take a look and see exactly what is happening this morning. And we have to always go ahead and take a look and see what happened with the news out this week. And there wasn't really a lot of news that was shaking and baking the market. We had some Aussie CPI data that came out on Tuesday that showed a little higher at 3.5% compared to the expected number at 3.4%. We saw a little bit of market reaction in the market, but it wasn't extremely volatile on the news. We also had, of course, out this Friday, we had some CPI numbers coming out this Friday in the Eurozone. That also showed it pretty much on par, so no changes there. And then at 10 o'clock, we did have the consumer sentiment year out in the US as well that went ahead and moved the markets a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and dive into it. But listen, traders, big week next week. Not only are we making some changes to our memberships, which is going to be extremely excellent for a lot of members that want to get involved in a lot of our strategies. We're going to be mixing it up a little bit and redesigning our packages for our memberships. So if there's something that you want, best you go ahead and get it today. Go ahead and check out TradersNetworkClub.com. Get it today, because if you wanted individual items, you want to go ahead and sign up now for it, because we're bundling all our lessons and all our trade ideas, all the trade replicators. We're bundling them in different packages. And we've done it based on the historical data that we've taken over the last 4 years. And we've looked and we've seen what is best for our students that are going to help them to be able to get to a point where they're going to be more successful. Because Traders Network Club is all about being successful or helping our students being successful. And so we're absolutely making sure that that is going to be the case. So we're pretty excited about what we're doing. It's taken us quite a bit of time to bundle it and put it all together. So so by the time we launch next week, it's all going to be ready to rock and roll, and people can go ahead and subscribe. Now, traders, listen here. If you're not part of a community, if you're just a watcher from the sideline, which means you're not participating inside any of the trading rooms, guys, you're missing out on plenty education, plenty knowledge. we're going to be talking about different types of things inside our trading rooms, and it's really going to help you because I've been doing this for close to 30 years right now, and with the things that I've been doing, things have changed. The terminology has changed. There may be certain strategies that are still the same, but there are definitely new upgrades in technical analysis that make people more aware of where the smart money is going. And ultimately, traders, that is the key right there. The key is to identify where the smart money is going to be buying and selling. And so, as we go into today's technical analysis and break it down and look for a trade setup, we're going to be using the different types of approaches that are going to help students be better at trading. I had we did an event this week, and in the event, there's one thing that I kept on drilling to the students, and that is that we have to identify direction, and we have to know where the smart money is going, because sometimes, even though we know where the market's going and we have the right direction, we don't have the perfect entry point. What does that mean? That means that traders, that a lot of the time when we believe the market's on an uptrend, price moves down a little bit, sweeps the low, and then takes off in that direction. What is that? That is smart money manipulation. That is where the smart money is actually sitting, because that is where retail traders' stop losses are being placed. So retail traders are placing stop losses where the smart money is looking to buy. And that is ultimately your goal. Your goal is to identify where the smart money is going to be, not necessarily where the retail traders are going to look to buy or sell, but where the retail traders are going to place their stop losses. That's where you want to be and start buying or selling. Traders, now we're going to dive a little more into that. Make sure you remember this: TradersNetworkClub.com. Check it out. We're certainly going to make some changes. Now, when you go to our website, make sure that you click on the membership tab on the top. But click it twice if you want to get to the actual the different membership levels. All right, click the membership tab twice on the top, and you'll get to the details down below. Now, or you can just go ahead and scroll down to the bottom of the page. All right, traders. Now, let's go ahead and take a look right here. All right, Cameron, you still a little blurry, my friend. I think it might just be your connection.
I don't know. Yeah, must be my connection. I have no idea.
Yeah,
It shows clear on my side, so it's kind of
yeah.
strange.
You know what you can do is you can log out of the stream and log back in. Not now, but I'm going to go ahead and take on the first currency pair. When I do, log out, log back in, and maybe that'll help you with your stream. All right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, well, Cameron, let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what is going to be the first currency pair of the morning. Your chart is showing up right here, and again, there's a little bit blur on that. So let me go ahead and pull up my chart, and that way we can go ahead and check this out. All right, there we go. All right, Cam, you can go ahead and take a little moment. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the first currency pair, and I'm going to talk about the US dollar right here. So we'll say goodbye to Cameron for a minute. He'll be back soon as he goes in and restarts his computer. Not his computer, but restarts his stream. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the way the market's setting up here on the US dollar. First, number one, traders, if you really look at price, you can see here that price is sitting here with a external, and then we've got here some internals, right? Now, the reason why these are internals is because price has never swept the high over here at the top. So that was the last high we had. And down here, we have the last low. Now, this is a weekly time frame. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up the weekly time frame right here is because these internals right here are creating consolidation right here. All right, and we can see that price is looking for, or at least the market's looking for, price to move down to this area. So we still have room for price to move there. Now, there may be a little bit of an upside move, and then as the price moves back up and finds a little bit of resistance, we're then going to see the market move back down south again. So I'm going to say that the dollar still is setting up with a possible move to the downside. If I go to the daily time frame, we can see that the market swept the low down here. And with that, the market's now in a correction. And if I come over here closer to where the market's trading, I can see we have an order block sitting over here that's creating a resistance for the dollar. So we've had a little retracement move, and this resistance could help us drive market back to the lows, sweep the lows right here, and then maybe come back up again if it wants to go ahead and dig deeper. All right. Now, if we go back further down south, I can see that there's a liquidity low down here. That means that traders that this order block could hold price, and price could go back down a little further down south towards this area right here as we look for the market go ahead and sweep that high right there. All right. Now, with that being said, going to US dollar CAD. What is going to be my move on US dollar CAD? I'm seeing the same thing happening right about here. You can see we have external, or in this case, internals here on the daily time frame. We are looking at the market showing here support that we've broken out of. There was that support right there. And so we're looking for price to come back up again. So with the US dollar, right, US dollar, I can see that we've got these previous, and let me go ahead and throw in my chart right here. We've got these previous levels here that the market's gone ahead and sweep. So we've taken out some sell side liquidity. We're now looking for price to move back. I've got a big order block coming off over here from the left that's now becoming a breaker block. So this order block now is replaced or at least now become a breaker block. So we've got a breaker block center here. Let me go ahead and change this now. And I'm going to make sure we change this to breaker block right here, because we want to make sure everyone understands what it is. All right. And what I also need to do is change this now to red, because what it was is not what it is today. All right. So let's go ahead and make sure we change that. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right. Now, so there we've got the breaker blocks in here, daily breaker block. So we could expect price to pull back all the way up here to around about 35.48. Now, traders, the new thing we're doing recently is that we're really paying attention to what the market's doing from a trend basis point. We did for a long time go ahead and short-term trade. What does short-term trade mean? Place to execute trades on a 5 or 6. We're talking about my flagship sort of trade ideas. 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame. All right, executing on those time frames. But what we've been recently doing right here is really paying attention to what the larger bias is before executing the trade. And so as I go in here, we're expecting correction move. We're expecting price to move back up. But what does the lower time frame show us here? Well, if I look here on the lower time frame, I noticed that we had a low, we had a lower low. This high right here was swept, but we did not see displacement above. So because of that, I'm going to say that price is struggling to go north, and that we've got a price rejection right here, right at this level. So we're still in a downtrend. In fact, we could be just range bound. So the question here is, if price is going to move back up to this breaker block right here, how far can price move up? It can move up about 60 pips. Now, I've got a choice. Either I can go ahead and trade this long, but the problem is I haven't broken structure yet, so I don't have a bull trend yet. Or I can go simply and sell this, and if the market goes against me, what am I doing? I'm staying with the longer trend. I'm still going to continue to follow the longer trend. And so that's important right here. So what I'm going to do is, because I know that the larger time frame has still a liquidity draw down to around about 132, I'm going to continue to follow the bigger picture. And therefore, I'm going to sell US dollar and not look for this rally here, or not look to trade it. Let's go ahead and trade inside here for right now. We do see accumulation being accumulated right here. So this could be the manipulation move, and then distribution right here. So I'm at the top of the manipulation, which means that traders, if I do get in on multiple positions here, I may want to hold on to these trades and look for it to go ahead and sweep the low down here at 34.21 and only take my profit at that point right there. So what we're going to do here is we go in and short the market, Cam. I'm going to go ahead and want to sell on this particular pair. All right. So traders, what we've used here is a perfectly good model. We understand our bias. We understand where our liquidity draw is. We know where price can manipulate, and we're willing to go ahead and short the market in that manipulation move because we're expecting price to move in distribution where the profit's going to be. All right, Cameron, I'm going to pass it on to you, my friend.
All right. Does my screen look better? Is it blurry still?
It's better.
Okay.
It's a little blurry, but it is better.
Strange. All right. All right. Sorry. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. I guess I'll do the Euro US dollar. And just like Big Dog was talking about, we we've been looking for the external move, trading with the longer time, the higher time frame move. So looking for the external move is where we looking to trade towards to. Okay, even if we expect correction, internal liquidity grab, we're still trading the external grab because we dollar cost average. We're looking for more room to the upside and downside to trade than looking for the short term moves because we dollar cost average to reduce how many positions we get in. Right. So looking at the Euro US dollar here and looking at the daily time frame here to figure out my external draw, we can see price had sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. We've now swept this high right here. And I think we're continuing to move higher to this external grab right here. This would be my draw of liquidity. This is my external draw of liquidity. So now that price just swept this previous high, what would I look to intend for price to do? Well, I'm looking for price to rebalance. And where is my internal liquidity grab, right? So I have to go ahead and look at the chart and say, okay, if price wants to move to this external, how is price going to move to this external grab? Price needs to grab more liquidity, which is internal liquidity grab that I'm looking for. Price will retrace, grab, sweep liquidity, internal liquidity, accumulate more liquidity to push price higher to our external. Okay. So what am I looking for is the internal liquidity, which would be this daily fair value gap. There could be some resting sell stops in this area right here, or this daily order block. This gives me confluence that if price runs into this area, this daily fair value gap, and this order block that's sitting below it, there is resting liquidity here, meaning that there are sell stops that are resting in this area with buyers in the market that are keeping their orders in these areas. So price, what we call is a run stop. That's usually what the internal liquidity grab is. This price will run stops to take the buyers out of the market and then continue to that external draw of liquidity. So we're now just sitting at this area of this buy side imbalance. Not only that, we've now moved into discount of this price leg, this expansion move that we had to this high. We've now have retraced back to discount, where we also have our bullish PUAs, our daily buy side imbalance, and our bullish order block that price hasn't tapped into yet. Now, I've been saying in the VIP sessions to my VIP members that we could see price want to go ahead and sweep in this area and then come back closing in this fair value gap and then run higher. Now, we do have room to be aggressive to trade to this area with 50 pips, but we're not going to trade the internal grab. We're going to stick with the external because we dollar cost average. We're not trading with stops. We're trading with a dollar cost average strategy. So because of that, I'm looking to trade the external. Now, price might not even move to this order block. It might even just run out of this fair value gap to the external. Either way, I'm pretty bullish on the Euro US dollar. My external draw is over here, and I'm expecting the internal grab to be swept, which we now just tapped into this daily buy side, and I'm expecting price to now continue higher. Now, we could get a run to this order block, but either way, we're going to expect price to run higher. So I'm bullish on the Euro US dollar, and I'm going to go ahead and take a buy using our Pip Hunter tool that you can get here in our VIP sessions, VIP membership. And just with the button here, I'm going to click buy on the Euro US dollar, confirm, and our trade has been implemented.
Fantastic. Well, you know what, traders? It's all about fast execution, right? Very much so. You've got to make a decision. You've got to analyze the market. Once you've analyzed the market and you understand what the market's doing, then it's got to be execution, and you've got to be quick at that. So, making sure that you have the right tools, the right and the right broker, right? The right tools, the right broker, the right mentor, the right community. All of that makes a huge difference to your success, and Traders Network Club is going to help you with that. Traders, make sure you check out Traders Network Club. And also, want to go ahead and I'm not going to catch Cameron blindsided on this one. So, Cameron, I've got you here, buddy. I got you here. Traders, listen here. If you're looking for a broker, then check out this broker because we have been doing business with this broker for a while, long time, and they've been very supportive to help us support clients, these traders, to get involved in trading and to help them be successful from start to end. So with that being said, trader, check this out. All right, perfect, guys. If you don't have a broker and you're looking for a broker, check out ACAP. ACAP has been great to us, helping us support traders to be successful. And that means that if you open up a live trading account with them, with our link, check out our link. Make sure you use our link. If you can't find it there, find it on our website. If you can't find it on the website, just go ahead and tag us in support at Traders Network Club. Send us an email, support at TradersNetworkClub.com, and we'll help you be able to get set up and make sure that you guys are going to get started. Now, when you open up an account with our link, you will get free access to some of our products. So we want to make sure that you guys get a good start in your trading. Let's say, trader, I don't know if you guys know this, if you follow it at all, but, Cameron does his live trading sessions, and Cameron's actually running a very solid track record. I don't know if you follow it, but I'm going to go ahead and share it because Cameron's very humble and he doesn't talk about this as much. But Cameron's actually been running a very good track record since 2020. Very conservative. And remember, the only time he's placing trades is during his live sessions. So which means a Monday through to Thursday. Cam, do you place trades on a Friday on this account as well?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay. So, all right. So I'll lie. So 5 days a week. So what he does is he places one trade per currency pair 5 days a week, 1 day every day. So 5 trades per currency. He's trading for 5 currency pairs. So maximum trades will be 25 trades, all right, per week. But these are the type of returns. So we're not talking about thousands of trades being implemented every single day, right? We're talking about, and this is also something you also have to realize, you don't have to be successful by placing millions of trades, all right? I know there's different types of strategies required, but you've got to be careful with trade copiers that send out these thousands of trades and chase after these 1-2 pips per trade, because there are the things out there that like to, systems out there that like to churn, and all they're doing is trying to rake up commissions on your account. But this is the thing: this type of return between 2 and 3% per month, steady returns. Very seldomly see large drawdowns, except for, of course, we're all in that, the CAD Swiss, and that was before we started changing, or Cameron started changing his way of looking at the market and addressing the market. But steady returns, 2 to 3% per month, steadily growing. You can get this by being a member of the VIP membership, all right? Remember this. You can get this by being a member of the VIP membership. So check that out. Cameron's doing seriously good in his market analysis. All right, traders, it looks like we're getting a nice little dollar move here. Cameron, how many pips am I up so far from my entry point?
On the US dollar CAD, you're up 5.
5 pips. Let's take it. Let's close out this. Let's take that profit. All right, just kidding, guys. Just kidding. All right, 5 pips. We've got 15 pips to go before we close out that position. Let's go take a look at another trade. Cameron went in on a buy, I believe, hey, on the Euro US dollar.
Yeah.
All right, and so let's go ahead and take a look at the New Zealand CAD. I like the New Zealand CAD, all right, for multiple reasons. Check this out. Let's go ahead and move away here. And I like this. Traders, listen here. If you look over here and I take a look at this candle right here, we saw price pop above that candle, but not with a lot of conviction. right? Look at that long wick right here. When I see this, I want to look to the left-hand side. I want to see if the market went ahead and swept liquidity here. Because if we did, then I'm looking at this as accumulation, manipulation, and now we're moving into distribution down here. So again, looking to the left-hand side, what is causing price to stall here? Now, Kevin and I have spoken about these things, and we're like, oh, hang on, that's not an order block. That's a, listen here, I have a new thing. I'm going to call it the FxBigDog order block, right? That way, it doesn't mix up with any other thing out there that people are thinking about. Here is, in my opinion, an order block. Now, if I look over here, see the low? See how prices have been rejecting that low of that candle? So I've got an order blocks in here, but I also want to see if there's a fair value gap. Now, if I take a look over here, if I move to the next candle, which is this one right here, this next candle does create a fair value gap. But more importantly, traders, if I shift over here to this area, oopsie, sorry, not that one. Let me shift it up. If I shift to that candle there that has a fair value gap sitting over here, I want to show you some magic. All right, take a look and see where price went to. What? Hold on a second. Yeah, you got to see this. How can I show you this without? Let me delete some stuff here. There it is. All right, now you can see better. What? What just happened? Are you kidding me? Price went ahead and created accumulation. Market went ahead and manipulated to an order block, a secret FxBigDog. Yes, only you would know that if you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. You know, no, I'm just kidding. I don't think I'm on TikTok. But this is the thing. This is a secret order block right here. Only FxBigDog knows about these order blocks. And so with that, we've seen price move up. This is going to give you a very good and tight entry point. Let me show you how this works. You enter the market right here, 84.71. You place your stop loss above this order block. Look at this. You got a stop loss of how many? 30 pips. A 30 pip stop loss. Where's your target? Traders, this is simple. The target is going to be the distribution move down towards the accumulation lows. So if this is my accumulation, this is my lows down here. Oh, and it just happens to be down there at a daily order block. And so, which means if I'm going to see price manipulate here, pick me up on a trade, place a 30 pip stop loss, and price is going to distribute down towards this area right here. And if we trade below here, what do we've got? We've got a reversal. So we got a potential reversal on the New Zealand CAD that is yet still to reverse, but we're going to move down in a distribution move down, so which means that we're going to move to the south side of the curve. Now you might say, well, Big Dog, hold on a second. When we get to these areas, shouldn't we be moving down to a lower time frame to get a confirmation of reversal? Well, you could absolutely do that. And let's go down to a 15-minute time frame. So price goes into the order block. Boom. What do we have? We've got price creating a high, a sweep of the high. We have a low right here. We get market displacement. We got a reversal. We have a market, or at least a character change. So we see that we have a change of character sitting on a 15-minute time frame. We have the opportunity to go ahead and look for our entries. And by the way, so the market drops back down. We have break of character. We have an order block sitting over here. And what happens? On the 15-minute time frame, price moves back to what? To a 15-minute time frame. So if you were late and really not trusting the FxBigDog secret order block, then you would enter right about here and look for price to sweep the low down here, which price does. You've got your internal trade set up. Traders, listen to me. You've got to understand where smart money is going. You've got to understand where price is going to be rejecting certain levels of momentum. All right. And when you can identify those levels, you increase your profit targets. Now, let's just take a quick look here on the daily time frame. Once again, you would not have believed that you could get a 30 pip stop loss on a trade, and look at the potential on this. 30 pip stop loss, chasing after the lows down here. We're looking at 130 pips. Now, you might be saying, well, 130 pips? Are you kidding me? Listen, it's not about the 130 pips. It's about the 30 pip stop loss. And then you're chasing after 130 pips. So if you look at the risk reward ratios on that, you're looking at a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. That means traders, you're risking 1%, you gain 4%. 4%. Hold on. Let's say that you are conservative and you're looking at a 0.5% risk. You're looking at a 2% profit target. Traders, this is one trade. Find 5 of these trades a month. What have you got? 2% times 5, 10%. How do you increase your profits if you don't look for these trades? If you're happy with your just a 1 to 2% a month, fantastic. Maybe that's what you're comfortable doing. But if you really want to do the work, you can find better trade setups that can offer you much, much, much higher returns, right? With very little risk, all right? 0.5%, you're looking at 2% return, 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. Now, traders, remember this. Think about this, right? If you're going to be trading and you're going to be looking for these types of setups, these are what we call the bonus trades. In fact, we're going to have to give this a much better name, all right? But we're going to call them bonus trades for right now. But bread and butter trades are important. To be successful in trading, bread and butter trades are important. What are those? These are your daily closing out, taking your small profits, 20 pips every time. Boom, 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 boom. Take your 20 pips, get the heck out of Dodge, right? Those are important. But if you don't have bonus trades included in, you're missing out on the bigger picture, because ultimately, traders, to grow your account quicker and have these larger returns, you've got to be able to look for these type of setups that offer you a risk reward ratio of 1 to 2. And trust me, traders, you can apply stop losses to these. If you say, well, big dog, I love stop losses, no problemo. Stop losses can be used, all right? And you can place stop losses at the right places where price will not get. Because why? Because the liquidity grab has taken place, and you're placing your stop losses where the smart money is. Sorry, you're placing your entries at the smart money, and you're placing your stop loss away where the smart money will get to. All right, traders, that's pretty much it. So, Cameron, long story short, I'm going to go short on the New Zealand CAD. And I'm going to be chasing after the lows down here. So I'll be shorting, taking 20 pip, 20 pip, 20 pip, all the way down here. This is going to be, just like Cameron mentioned early on, I believe that in order for price to move to this external right here, we need to have internal liquidity grab. And so I see this as a liquidity grab down here. If it does reverse, then we may be looking for this external right here a little further down south. But let's go ahead and deal with what we have right now. I have a beautiful model setting up, looking for price to sweep it. Well, price has already swept the high. We're looking for price to move further down south, sweep the low. I call it a stop rate. Everyone else would call it a stop rate. Cameron will call it a stop rate. Looking for a nice stop rate down here, because this is where the liquidity is for the buyers. And we're going to then go ahead and possibly push the market back up again. Good. We're in the trade, Cam.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, traders. Let's go ahead and check out another trade here. Cam, what do you got for us, buddy?
All right, Aussie cat. Okay. I might be taking a different approach.
Of course you are.
As I'm sticking with the external, and I know you're looking for the internal grab. So
Okay.
looking at the New Zealand CAD, because I use the New Zealand CAD and the Aussie CAD for a correlation between those two assets. So I'm bullish targeting the external.
What?
Completely see the internal grab that Big Dog's talking about, because that's exactly where we're targeting in our VIP equilibrium in this bullish order block. So looking for an internal grab, we're getting out in the VIP. Now I'm gonna go ahead and target the external, like I mentioned with the external, because we dollar cost average. I'd rather stick to the external.
Okay, so just hold on a second, Cam. So are you saying that you're also expecting New Zealand CAD to go south?
I'm expecting an internal grab
Down south, right?
to
And
this,
then
to
go
this
north.
bullish order block and equilibrium.
All right, perfect.
If price does want to move it. Now, I don't know if price wants to move there. Maybe it wants to move to the external and then look for some rebalancing.
So you
So
say
that's why,
you don't know if it's going to do that?
yeah, I don't know, but
Let me
I'm
tell you.
anticipating that there can be an internal grab.
Let me tell you, it's going to do that.
Yeah. Well, we can't predict the market, so
Cameron, It's going to go there, right?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it can. Yeah, for sure. Um, So because of that, that's exactly what we're doing the VIP. But I'm gonna go ahead and target the external. And so looking at the Aussie CAD, same thing with the Aussie CAD, same exact setup here. Looking for an internal grab to this bullish order block and equilibrium. So we can't see an internal grab here for price to move to this external. But because like I said, we want to trade the external grab, we have about 40 pips to that bullish order block. So there is room to the downside to trade the internal grab for sure. But we're going to stick to the external, and I'm going to go long here looking for price to continue target. Now, if we look at the weekly, we can see, again, external bias. Everything's bullish here, okay? Market structure shift. Oh, my mouse froze. Market structure shift right here. Displacement to the upside. Price came back what? Tapped into a daily buy side imbalance. We ran higher, created more insufficiency. Price then tapped into this buy side imbalance, respecting bullish P arrays. So we're on the buy side of the curve. That's why I'm sticking with the external highs, looking for price to continue to move to this weekly external grab, right? So targeting external daily highs, looking for confluence with my weekly external as well. So you're on the Aussie CAD. I'm going to go ahead and take a long. And like I said, there can be an internal liquidity sweep to this order block and this equilibrium for price to rebalance, then move higher. But we're going to stick with the external and go ahead and buy here on the Aussie CAD. I think you're muted. I can't hear you, big dog.
Well, maybe that's a good thing, Cam.
Oh, there we
That's
go.
a good thing.
No,
All right.
I
So,
can hear you.
what you're saying is, what you're saying is now I'm calling you D, Cam. You're saying that, hey, listen, the long-term outlook is still the buy side right there. That's the grab right there. And so you might get an internal grab. Market's going to dip down, but you want to stay on the buy side of the curve because of that, and therefore you're going to go ahead and stay with buy opportunities going long on Aussie Canadian dollar.
Yeah, we can always get aggressive, and sometimes I do that in my VIP sessions, right? Sometimes I'll go ahead and I'll trade the internal grab. But I like to stick with the external because it reduces, if price doesn't get an internal grab and it just wants to continue to the external, it reduces us getting in multiple positions looking
Yeah.
for that reversal, right? So I try and, as much as I can, try and reduce the positions we get in.
Yeah, and traders
And by
looking at
doing that is targeting the external draw.
And that's what Cam is doing so well inside these live trading sessions, right? But this is the deal, traders. You've got to understand. Listen here. If you're looking at the way Cameron's breaking it down, and you're looking at the way I break it down, you go, well, there's a big difference. There's a little difference there of how you guys look at the market, and that's true. You know, me and Cameron often sit down. And sometimes it gets into like, hey, Cameron, let's have a meeting, a 5-minute meeting. That 5 minute turns into a 3-hour meeting about one particular pair, talking about where we're anticipating, where we're expecting things, what we're talking about, order blocks, all of these type of things we talk about and discuss because we want to go ahead and make sure that, hey, listen here, there is it is okay. Let's put it that way. It is okay to not agree. That's important right here. All right. In trading, you can have conviction about what you believe, but it doesn't mean that because I've got conviction about what I believe the market's going to do, then I have to force Cameron to believe what I believe. Because what is ultimately going to make the decision, or at least what is going to be the final sort of decision? What the market does, right? So it doesn't matter what Cameron believes, what doesn't matter what I believe, but what we have to realize is that if I'm trading my account and as you are trading your account, if I say price is going to do this or this or that, and it doesn't do that, and you choose to follow, and you turn to me and go, well, big dog, you said it's going to do that. Well, listen here, I've been wrong before, and Cameron's been wrong before. So we are speculating as to what the markets are doing. And so it's always important, traders, that even though we bring in a little bit of bring in value is as to what the markets are going to do, just realize that we could be wrong too. All right, because Cameron's mentioned earlier on, which is key. He mentioned, he says, I don't know if it's going to do that. He mentioned that. And that's the truth. The truth is we don't know. All right. I was being arrogant and saying, no, it's going to do that. It's going to do that. But I was fooling around. The honest truth is I've got conviction that yes, it's going to do that. Cameron's got conviction. Cameron says, well, I'm not too sure yet. I got to see a little bit more information. And that's okay to be like that, traders. Everyone has their own comfort zone or comfort that they use to identify whether they have conviction or don't conviction, and it's based on the information that they're receiving. And people receive information a little differently than each other, and that's okay to be different. All right. So Cameron, it's okay to be different, buddy. All right. I've always told him when he's from a young age, it's okay to be different. Cam's a different kid. All right. Very talented. All right, Cam. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next setup. What do we got here? We got Aussie CAD, New Zealand CAD taken care of. We got the US dollar CAD, Euro US dollar taken care of. We got the Canadian Swiss. Are we still in on a trade on Canadian Swiss?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's break it down. Let's go ahead and break this down. Let's take a look and see what is going on with the CAD Swiss right here. And Kevin, feel free to share a little bit of your sort of intake on this as well. And so this is my thing here, Cam. My thing on this is that I've seen price accumulating here a little bit. I saw price manipulation. We've seen a distribution move now to this. So this model right here, this Power 3 right here is, in my opinion, done. You can probably see this a little bit better here on the 30-minute time frame right there. There it is, accumulation. Slight bit of manipulation right here, and then distribution back up here. So this is done. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out because it's pointless having stuff on your chart that isn't really worth having on your chart anymore. Now I'm looking at this and I'm going, all right. I saw this daily fair value gap right here, and it's set at this FxBigDog. Yeah, I'm going to say it, FxBigDog order block. All right. So we got right here an FxBigDog order block sitting here with a fair value gap here. Price never went in this area. That makes me nervous a little bit, Cam, because as you mentioned, that we're always going to see price move and do stop runs, and then full liquidity, and then move up. And so I still see that price could move down to this area. And I look over here and I see this breaker block sitting over here, and it's becoming resistance. And so I still believe that the market could possibly move down to around about 62 and then start working its way up. And so this is also a pattern I speak about a lot, which is called a. In fact, this is not this is not the favor gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. What is that pattern called again? Irregular flat. There we go. Jeez, like I'm struggling this morning. This is not an irregular flat because we haven't taken out the high yet. But even if we do straight up a little higher right here and we sweep that buy side, I still think that we've got a possible stop run down towards 6,200. I just see this happening. Now, I'm going to say this, that if price continues to move up north and we actually go to this external buy side right here, I'm not going to be too unhappy. But I don't know. I've just got this sort of idea that price may still want to come into this area before we see that bullish run. Your thoughts?
Yeah. So if you look at my chart, looking at that breaker block as well,
Yeah.
and the first thing that I noticed here, is we had first of all we had a huge move to the downside here, sweeping sell side, and then we had this retracement, right? Correction, and this order block was the correction I was expecting price to move to. Why? Because there's resting buy stops in this area of
Right.
all the sellers in this price leg. So price came in, tapped into this order block, and then what we saw was a displacement candle through this order block now becomes a failed order block as a breaker block. So
Yep.
what price is doing, it's running back into this area because there's again resting buy stops. Okay. Now it's really key to see how price reacts in this area. We also have insufficiency in this area right now that price is tapping into. So it's really key to see how price respects this area. And what I'm anticipating is that price is going to respect this area and continue to move lower. Now, this is a balanced price range. I am expecting price to actually run through this and come back to this candle wick here. And what we see here is an imbalanced candle wick here. Oops. I'm looking for this right here to be an area that price wants to go in and rebalance. Now, depending on how far we move in these quadrants of this candle wick, I'd like to see price stay above that 50% constant encroachment. So
Yeah.
I'm looking for price to come rebalance this candle wick, and depending if we will run through this and sweep the internal low, and then we see a reversal. But either way, I'm expecting this balanced price range to be run through and this breaker block to be respected. So I'm expecting a bearish move here, possibly because of
Yeah,
the
I
replacement candle that we had through this breaker.
Yeah, I'm also watching that breaker block there at the moment right now. I do see, however, a bit of support coming a little bit out at 6,200. Uh, Time will tell whether I'm right or
Yeah,
wrong on that. And if it does break through there, then yes, we could see some equilibrium or some rebalancing of that wick. The thing here is that if we let's just assume we blow through that and we have disrespect through that order block and price goes up and we actually trade above that order block that's on the top there. All
this
right.
one.
Yep. There. If we trade through that, then what is your opinion about the market then at that point?
So yeah, if we definitely displace through this bearish order block, that's now giving me a lot more confluence that we are starting to see a shift in price.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
looking for.
definitely like to see. I'd definitely love to see that. Not only that is I'm also looking at this order block right here on the higher time frame. So what we can see is price break through this, and a candle wick always does the damages, and we see price shoot up here and then close back into this order block. That I don't want to see because that to me is just a run of stops.
Yeah.
We want to see price close above this
Yeah,
right here.
displace above there, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see price close above this because what happens is a lot of people see this order block as resistance. Price breaks through this and we think we're breaking through, but what we're getting is a wick of a candle doing the damager, taking out buy stops and
Yeah.
then closing back into this area.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to see that either. All right, Trader, but we've got a lot to pay attention to, and I'll tell you something. Um, a lot of the traders are paying attention to the news at the moment right now, and some traders are like, "Oh my gosh, with everything happening around the world right now, should I be trading?" I mean, that's the question that everyone's asking right now. Should I be trading? And the answer to that is, guys, the simple answer to that is absolutely. You just got to be very certain about market direction. And if you don't understand market direction, join a community like Traders Network Club, where you can learn a little more about what the market does and understand the market better so that you don't have to feel uncomfortable about what's happening in the news. Because news is important for us as traders. Because without liquidity, we're really going to not see price moving anywhere. And so we need volume, we need liquidity, we need that to be part of our trading. So if there's no news and if there's nothing happening in the world and everything is just simply just dull, then it's not going to create any sort of volatility for us. And so we need things like, now I'm not talking about necessarily about war. I'm talking about news events like rate decision, CPI numbers, and then of course bad CPI numbers, which means they're reporting good CPI numbers, but it's not really good. All of these things, those type of things, are important for the market to move, and so it's important for us to understand when the market deals with this news. How does it influence our trading decisions? And our trading decisions should ultimately be based on how the markets are setting up technically. We are technical traders. And if you're technical traders, then learn and understand what the charts are telling you, because there are secret, hidden messages that the chart is telling us, and we have to read into it in order to be able to understand how to trade so we can minimize our losses and maximize our profits. Traders, listen here. Thank you guys for joining us today. Remember, traders, in our description down below is a Telegram. And in that Telegram, Traders Network Club Telegram, all these trades that we're doing right here are being posted in that Telegram. So you can follow us. This is the real McCoy. We've got a live trading account. We post our live results. Traders, we're not a company that hides behind the web, right? So we don't go ahead and promote and give you all these things and we hide behind and we don't show our faces. We don't show who we are. We don't show what we do. We're very transparent on the things we do because traders, there are gurus out there and there are just absolutely just marketers out there. We're not marketers, we're gurus. We're traders that are in this market, professional traders. We trade for a living and we want you guys to be part of that. So make sure, traders, that if you are struggling with your trading, check out Traders Network Club, join the community, let us help you. In fact, if you join, I would like to meet with you. I'd like to have a conversation with you. All right. So make sure that when you join, set up a meeting with me. All right. Let's have a conversation. We get on a Zoom call, we have a conversation, and let's find out what your needs are. Because traders, we have a lot of things that we can do that can help traders be successful in trading. And so we want to know that. Cameron and I, both of us together, we want to know exactly what your needs are, what your goals are, so that we can help you put you on the right path. No one will come through Traders Network Club from this day onwards. No one will go through Traders Network Club and sign up with our membership without Cameron or I knowing and understanding what your goals are. So we're going to be reaching out to you. So make sure that if you register and you sign up as a member, we will be reaching out for you. Check your email. Check check in the Discord for any private messages sent over to you. We want to connect with you and we want to know what your goals are. All right. So we're interested in you. We want to be invested in you, just like you are invested in Traders Network Club. So with that being said, traders, have a absolute blessed weekend. It is Labor Day weekend. Monday is going to be Labor Day. It's a long weekend. Have an awesome Labor Day weekend. Have a great weekend, and we will see you guys in the trading rooms. This is FxBigDog and Cameron wishing you peace, joy, and successful trading.